What's up, everybody? Eliseo here with another video, another against the I should call this counter musical culture, because this is one that is going to be called why the schools give so much importance for other guitar players or bass players to learn piano. I had a friend who said that one of his professors told him that for him to be a good bass player, he needed to learn the piano, I think that's bullshit, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it to you. Okay? I think the guitar is better for the bassist, because when you play guitar, when you practice guitar, you got a bass right there. So of course you have more strings. That you need to learn, but I think it's better for a bass player to learn the guitar instead of the piano, because I call this systems. There's keyboard system, string system, which is very different. I mean, you can tell. How can you learn how to play this with this? It's like this system here. I have a system here. It's buttons. You can play chords. So is that system helping you to play this system? I don't think so. It would be a waste of time for you to be learning. Okay. Oh, the chromatic scale is like that. So it just doesn't make sense to me to play one system to learn another system. If I want to play piano, I have to be practicing this. If I want to play guitar, I have to be playing the guitar. Don't make me waste time. It's like in the university they had these classes that you have to learn. I don't even remember, because that was a big waste of time. I'm not gonna be a piano player. I mean, I can play with the piano like a toy, one hand, but I don't need to be learning how to synchronize both hands and stuff. Piano players need that. Keyboard players need that. And now with guitar synthesizers, you have the same thing. So anyway, jumping from one system to the other, or sax. Let's say sax player, that's another system. Trumpet is another system. Trombone is another system. Of course, there's guys that can play everything, and they figure out all the systems. And okay, God bless them. It's like, you're a genius. But I don't have time for that. I have to be taking care of other things. I have my life, you know. So if I have 2 hours to practice, I'm not going to be practicing. Okay, I'm going to practice 15 minutes of piano, mediocre piano, and then I'm going to practice another 15 minutes of on how to play with buttons, and then I'm going to practice another 15 minutes on how to play sax, and then I'm going to go to the bass. I think that's the wrong approach. I think that's completely wrong, you know. The myth is, I heard this all the time. I heard this within my family, you know, people, like, they heard it from somebody else and they repeat it, like, because stupidity is very contagious, you know. If you don't believe me, see how many people, you know, are gonna vote for. I don't want to get into politics, but it's a good analogy. So they say, oh no, because piano has every instrument. Okay, so this is a flute, and this is a cello, and this is a bass. No, that doesn't sound like any instrument. It sounds like a piano. So piano does not have every instrument. That's a myth. Piano has a full range of frequencies, but the piano can't even hold. See how the note dies? It's not like a trumpet. If I had a trumpet right here, I would be like, you know, that doesn't sound. That doesn't sound like a trumpet. I mean, it's just stupid things that people hear from somebody else and they repeat it. That's what it is. I mean, I'm sorry. It's my opinion. You don't have to have the same opinion, okay? But that's how I think. You know, strings is one system, keyboards another system, reeds another, brass another. With a guitar synthesizer, I could do all the instruments too. You know what I mean? Like, I have here a trombone. This is monophonic. I could do that with a guitar synthesizer, you know. So that argument about the keyboards have every instrument, I need to learn it because it's bullshit. It's not real, you know. It's just not real, you know. And like I said before, the biggest waste of time in university for me was that I had to learn, you know, even songs. I mean, I have to learn a repertoire because you have to have some kind of repertoire, keyboard. Come on, let me practice my bass, you know. If I have 2 hours, I don't want to be having to split an hour of keyboard and an hour of bass. I want to do the 2 hours on bass, you know. And we have a life, you know. It's different when you're a kid and somebody tells you, okay, this is the keyboard, and then you learn this system. I have friends that do that, you know, they do keyboards, they play guitar, and they play flute and sax and everything, and trumpet. I have one friend that is, but that's a genius. I mean, that's not everybody can do that. And even with that, he's not a trumpet player, a full-time. He was I think he doesn't play anymore. I think he's retired. But he was a great sax player. And flute. Flute better than sax. And keyboards, he could read and everything. But that's a genius. I mean, he started really young, and that's all he did his whole life, the whole life. So anyway, I'm against that aspect of you have to play keyboards in school to graduate, because it's like, I'm serious. You go to school and you're great. I think I'm a good bass player. I've been playing, when I started playing bass, I practiced 8 hours, I don't know 8, but maybe 6. And then I stayed. I mean, my mom had to take me to bed because I had to go to school the next day. And she's like, hey, deja eso, nene. And so what I think is, if you're going to be a string player, string in fourths and thirds, like the guitar, or the Cuban tres, which is like, the Cubans would say, a Cuban 3. And you're thinking, well, what 3 are you going to play? No, but it's like, if you're going to play strings, play strings, play bass, guitar, tres, and cuatro, Puerto Rican cuatro, which is in fourths, and that's it. Don't play violin. That's strings, but that's another. Then you have to be a genius. If you're a genius, I have another friend that plays violin and plays guitar, and my uncle did. My uncle played violin and played guitar. But I don't think, if you want to be a specialist in something, you have to do that. You don't want to be wasting time in other systems, like. Sounds like modern music, right? Because I don't know what I'm doing. And believe it or not, there are buttons like this for keyboard players that are, it's a big thing. It's like, it has like 4 of these, and it has like the whole keyboard. And some guys are wasting time, playing that, just because it looks, it looks cool. Oh, you learn things. You're a genius. You can play buttons, and this is the buttons, man. Press the buttons at the right time, and you'll be a great keyboard player. Play the strings at the right time. Play the chords. You'll be a great guitar player. But if you're a bass player that only plays one line, a supporting, traditionally, it's like a supporting role of playing either walking bass in jazz or groove in R&B. Well, if you want to be a soloist, get into the guitar so you can do some solos, and you can transfer that knowledge of the chords and the harmony and the melody to the bass. All right, so that's the video for today. See, it's off. Eliseo here. Dun, 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 dun. And then dun, 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 dun. Good night.